Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Rello. That's RELLO, and welcome to another episode of RELLism. And I'm here with two special guests. I actually have Les and Sterling Chapman. Sterling Chapman actually is the NBA All-Star basketball phenom that we got out of campus, and also have his father, Les Chapman, here. How you fellas doing today?
Doing good, man.
Doing good.
Great.
Doing good. You see, I put in the NBA already out there, like I put it into the universe. But man, how you been feeling? Because there's been a lot going on for you in the last, I say, what, year and a half? How you been feeling right now?
I mean, it's really just been a journey, bro. I mean, it comes with its highs and lows, and it comes with this. I just try to stay in the middle, man. Just keep my head in the middle and just keep grinding, keep pushing. But I mean, it's been great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I couldn't ask for a different situation. Like, I wouldn't want to be in nobody else's situation. Like, I love my situation, and I'm blessed.
You definitely blessed. Now, I know that we're kind of coming out of the, pandemic a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And in 2020, that your season got cut off, you know what I'm saying? Right before the championship, everything's about to take off. And I know that was pretty hard for you, I'm sure. So like, what was the mindset for you coming into this season once, everything happened and they decided that there was going to be a season for you?
I mean, it was just to come back harder, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was just a feeling of like, I mean, they took it away from us last year. So, man, now we have to get it this year. And it was just like, get to the championship game, get to the game. We got to win state. We got to win state because they took it from us last year. So we were just anxious to, come back and try to win the state championship.
Right. And came mighty close to winning it. Mighty close. But Les, how was it for you during, because, I mean, I don't know, in my life, we've never experienced a pandemic like this. You know what I'm saying? It's been something that we all had to get used to. For you, what was it, you telling him at home behind the scenes to get him mentally ready for this coming up season?
Well, I mean, we do that a lot, no matter what. I mean, like right now we're in an adjustment, from high school already, like everything from high school right now, the mindset right now is that's over with.
Yeah. I
don't care what accolades you get, it doesn't mean anything moving forward. So we always make adjustment. That's kind of where, everybody just kind of has their parts. What my part is to do is make sure Sterling understands, like, being 17, me having a little college, going through college, playing ball, not even necessarily on his level, but just going through that process, at least opening up, seeing the door and seeing, oh, okay, how far can you take this? This can really go, as far as it can go if you really push yourself. We do those adjustments, but getting him ready, actually just to answer your question, getting him ready for next year, the process started pretty much right away. It was so much time it's like things would just stop. It's like people wanted to just act like life was gone. You know what I mean? Like you were dead. So we just started training immediately. Like we didn't use any of that time to sit down and just be sitting at the house, getting fat, eating chips, drinking.
So there was no break, really no break in between.
We created a full home workout.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Full home workout. I mean, it's a lot of our stuff is like, through Facebook. It's just kind of all, on video and stuff like that. But we started pretty early in that process, and then, just kind of kept the mindset as things opened up and so on and so forth, and kind of got to this point. But it's going to be the same thing right now. We're kind of going through the same transition.
Yeah. So Sterling, with the new year coming in, you played, previous years you had, different teammates, you're saying you had your brother, everything. And so this year, what adjustments do you feel like you had to make to, put your team in the best position to win?
I just feel like coming into this season, I feel like I've always wanted to be that leader. Like my freshman year, wanted to be the leader, known to be a leader. Okay, I had some say so, with the seniors and the captains. Well, this year put me in that position like, okay, well, you've been wanting something. You've been that, but it's just like, you asked for it. Now you actually have to be it and lead a young group of, young group of guys. We had a fresh group of guys coming in because we had a lot of seniors who left. So it's just like, just really maintaining and working on my leader skills, like teaching, like say a freshman, letting them know like, okay, coming from middle school is going to be different to, a physical aspect of the game. People are going to be stronger.
gonna be seniors, you're gonna be playing 18-year-olds like I'm gonna be playing, like I'm gonna be playing older guys, you know what I'm saying, stronger than me. So just working on my leader skills and just trying to elevate my game in different aspects of the game. Like, okay, how can I be a coach on the court more to the younger guys and just, you know what I'm saying, lead by my play. And then that's what I really just worked on and just coming to this season. And I mean, it kind of worked out. I mean, but
you had a successful year. I'll say, you know, it was a lot of success. But talking about, you know, next year, does that kind of drive you? You know what I'm saying? The competition goes up. You know what I'm saying? The more you go, the higher the competition gets. So now, you know, you're facing some. And I'm not saying that you didn't face anyone during your time in school, that you didn't face anyone that was competition. But now, you know, it's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? You're playing some of the best in the country. How does that feel inside? You know, does that get you, you know, get you flowing? Like, is it like anxiety a little bit, or is it just like, I'm ready to get out there now?
I mean, this ended like the senior season. I mean, it kind of, it gave me that drive. Like, I feel right now, like I want to go hoop right now. Like, yeah, like come on, like it's like, hey bro, I need the jersey now. You know what I'm saying? Let's start playing, because it's like I feel like that job was not done. So I feel like I got to keep working. So, I mean, not to say it was a downfall of losing the state championship game, but it just added to my fire. Like, just like last year when they took it away, it just added to my fire. So I feel like I'm going to be more hungrier, you know what I'm saying, gritty, grinding, just ready to, you know what I'm saying, get out there and just be a hooper, you know what I'm saying, just show the world. Because I know I'm playing, like high school, I'm playing, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while they got a high school star. But now I'm playing all high school stars. These all everybody who averaged this much. Everybody got a scholarship.
This guy was the best player on this team. This guy was the best get.
So it just makes me feel like it's the feeling of having something to prove, you know what I'm saying, to the world. Now I was just proving something, you know what I'm saying, I had to prove myself in Kansas. Now I got to prove something to, you know what I'm saying, us against the world now.
Yeah. They right in that room, bro. So my question for you is, like, within, you know, in 2020, I'm sure that the recruiting was a lot different too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Zoom meetings and stuff like that. I'm sure some of us didn't even have Zoom when all this stuff first started. So like, how was that? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you were getting recruited before. I'm sure you met coaches face to face and stuff like that. So like, was it all internet, you know, online, or like, did you still have a chance to, you know, visit, meet certain people?
So, okay, I had two sides of the recruiting process. AAU circuit, I seen some coaches, talk to them in person. That was the normal way. And then I kind of got, when everything started shutting down, the Zoom calls. And I mean, it was different, you know what I'm saying? You don't actually get that home feeling, like that secure feeling. Like, if I meet you in person, okay, I could feel your energy. I could read off of, you know what I'm saying, how the vibes you're giving me.
Anything on the Zoom meeting.
But yeah, you could be, hey, I just want to get this kid so I ain't got to play against this kid and sit him. You know what I'm saying? And you could just, it's just a different vibe that you get in person. So it's just like, it was different, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I felt the vibes through the camera, but I feel like it would have been different if the pandemic didn't happen and it just was normal, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people didn't get that, but it still was different in a way. Like, you could still, like, hey bro, you got a mask on, you got this on, you gotta, it's just different. Like, I don't want to see this.
Handshakes,
nothing, none of that. It's just very different.
How strict was it as far as like at school, you know, with the, you know, having to social distance and stuff, you know, like, were your teammates, were you guys really able to be around each other as much as you were?
Man, honestly, we was trying to stay with each other, but like, because we don't know what we do at home. People catch it around us, you know what I'm saying? But we really just tried to stay away from each other, but stay connected all, you know what I'm saying, throughout a basketball team, so our connection could be, you know what I'm saying, that high, so we got that chemistry on the court. So, I mean, we stood together, but like, school was like, hey, it's like 4 people in here and everybody else online. Like, we sitting in class and it's empty. Bored, like,
I already know.
It's just like, yeah, bro, what is life now?
Yeah.
It's just like a point at, like, what is life? Yeah. So it's just, I mean, it was different. It's all different, like everything. Not just basketball, not just sports. It's just all the whole life. I mean, it was just very different.
Les, during this time, you know, you've had those one-on-one conversations with Sterling. You know, you you know the ins and outs, you know what I'm saying, of your son. What do you feel is his most slept on quality that people might not know about him? And it doesn't even have to be on the court or off the court. It's just, you know, just him in general as a young man.
I think the Sterling is like an old spirit, you know. I think both of them, Still and Sterling, are both kind of old spirits, you know. We're not afraid to, and I kind of, you know, I always relate myself through my kids, because I'm kind of seeing the lens of what they're going through. We're all kind of going through the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is our first time going through it. You know what I mean? So we're just dealing with it. So we all got the same lens, I think. And I think that's important for our connection, to be able to kind of go, you know, and try to conquer some of these goals that we're setting out. But I think his most slept on quality is just the fact that we are not afraid to fail big. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we go through the process. Some people go through the process. I think a lot of kids don't have, like, how should I say it? There's so much to know. And we go through it, and we just are really real about that process. You know what I mean? It's like, even when we don't want to do it, he's mad at me because I'm the driver, and he's the person that says I'm doing it, and I gotta feel that. You know what I mean?
That y'all have that relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even with your kids, that, you know what I'm saying, like, he can show that emotion and tell you, you know what I'm saying, what he's
and
feeling.
we good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like some people go through the, well, I'm the daddy, wait a minute, hold up, watch your mouth. And I'm not that dude. I'm more like the guy, like,
Sterling,
let's feel it, man. Let's, like, I know, I get it, bro, but this is what we gotta do. And if this is our goal, this is what we gotta do. So, you know, I feel like I'm a lion, he a lion. Little lions, I'm not raising sheep. So, you know, I ain't gonna get mad when his teeth kind of bite me a little too hard, and I kind of, you know, have to do what I have to do to get him to get through it. You know what I mean?
It sounds like your family made sure you have some tough skin.
Right.
And that's something that you definitely have to have in your situation. Definitely in your situation. Now, I gotta give credit where it's due, because it's like, man, your kids, I know Taylor Chapman, she's one of the hardest workers. Me and you said earlier, it's like, yo, the police don't know when to bust the door down, because it's like she stay working. And then, you know, shout out to Javon. He has a podcast also going with Vibe Wichita. So it's just like, man, like,
right,
all your kids have that hard work. Like, is that just something that they had in them, or is it something like, you know, you kind of instilled in them, like, you know, whatever you want, you got to go get it?
You know, I would have to say, they probably already have that drive kind of in them. I'm just probably, you know, only thing I've done is just kind of you know, bonded with them enough to understand, like, hey, you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve, as well as, you know, be the best father that I can to you and get you to that point.
You're going to have questions in life, and I'm here.
Right,
you
that's
know what I'm
it.
saying?
That's really it.
Whatever.
You know what I mean? You know, I just know we got to work hard. We got to research. We have to, you know, try to be ahead of the curve as much as we can. We have to understand a lot. If this is a sport that you're choosing and playing, from hey, you know, now it's a pandemic, to how we gonna even try to get recruited. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people don't know. Sterling didn't even have nothing. Like, it just happened. Started happening in the summer. Literally, generally, out of his whole entire junior year till that thing was over with, we had no offer. It picked up immediately in the pandemic. It was all crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
so,
crazy.
You know, we you know, if that was gonna stop us, we were ready.
Dang, so that came quick. It's like everything just
bap. Six offers.
So within the last what, 8 months?
Right.
8 or 9 months, it's just been full steam. Everything just moving.
And then the crazy part is we couldn't even look at them. Like it's no contact really, other than just a conversation. You know what I mean?
And then I'm sure it's hard too, because, like, you know, the NCAA and stuff, they all have their own rules and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, in the process of just nothing was happening before to now, all of a sudden it's like, yo, I gotta, you know what this is. No, like, I can't do this. I can't talk about this. I can't do all this and everything. So I'm sure it's a lot.
One thing people don't know about the recruiting process is, it's like, one thing, like, a lot of AAU coaches and a lot of, like, what my dad instilled in me and my coaches instilled in me is, like, man, you're gonna have highs and lows in life, and one thing you gotta do is just keep your head in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Don't get too low at points, don't get too high at points, because everything can be snatched away at any time, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, one thing about the recruiting process is it takes that one coach just to see you. It takes that one coach. Once you get that one offer, then they start clicking. Yeah. I mean, and I seen that like, okay, one person seen this in me. I mean, I got to talk to coaches on AAU trips when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I was happy to be getting recruited, but the crazy part about it is the coaches that I talked to in person wasn't even the coaches that gave me my first offers. Wasn't even the coaches that gave me my offers when the pandemic. Yes, it was SMU. I was at my job. I was at a job on work, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, crazy.
Like, I was like, okay, so my dad called me. One thing about me is, okay, my phone is always dead. My phone is always dead. So he tried to get in contact with me, I guess, calling me. So he called the job. Well, I'm working, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hello, Dad. Hey, man, I'm working. Like, we busy, too. We busy. He like, hold on, hey, this coach want to talk to you. I'm like, all right, what's up, man? Come on, because we got to keep this pushing. He like, hey, man, just wait. Come on, just listen. Okay, so I'm listening on the phone. Now we got to get everybody in the three-way, everybody in this. And knowing my dad, technology, you got to catch up with it. So he had everybody. So you had everybody in the call. Now we still busy. So orders are still coming in. Now you got the workers looking at me like, hey, bro, what you doing? Yeah, like you on the phone. So it's just like right when coach, it was SMU gave me my first offer. Called me, said, hey, man, I mean, I like how you play, you know what I'm saying? Some, you got the offer. And then I had to double check, like, oh, I got the offer?
Didn't believe it.
Yeah, like, oh, I got the offer. Like, now this is what we finally work for, something that's paying off. A coach finally see it, because before that, a JUCO didn't even offer me. But the thing about it is what the JUCOs was telling me when I talked to them. I'm like, why y'all not talking to me? Like I'm not gonna lie, like I was averaging the most. Like I was just trying my best, trying to work hard. I'm like, bro, it was one point I'm seeing my brothers, everybody else in the like college coaches talking to them. Wasn't nobody talking to me. But then I talked to this one JUCO coach. He was like, bro, you not coming here. You bigger than this. You not coming here. And I talked to a couple more after I got after the Division I offers came. He was like, we knew we couldn't get you. And I was just like, oh. I was like, whoa. Never thought about it that way.
Crazy,
Never thought about it that way.
Does that bite your ego a little bit? Does that, does you know, you might be in the gym, you might feel away. Because it's like, you know, because I know what it feels like. You know, I played a little college football, and it's like I didn't have a single recruit like offer. Like I had to go out and get it myself. You know what I mean? So I can understand where it's like you're just sitting there, you seeing the people getting the letters and stuff like that, and you're just like, you know, where's mine at? And once you get that first call, it's on from then.
Yeah, I mean it's two different things to it, because like I'm seeing my brothers and them, like I'm happy for them, but it's just like, dang.
I know I'm working hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this gym busting my ass.
Most definitely. I was just like, wow.
I got a quote that I heard in a interview from you, and I wanted to read it off, and I wanted to get both of your opinions on where that energy kind of came from, and like where that mindset came from. So you said, and I quote, "If you're not learning this game, or you're not trying to get better in this game, you might as well let it go."
I said that in on the McDonald nomination interview with Chris Arnold. So what I meant by that was basically, you know, I'm gonna back up a little bit on some of it, just a little bit, like, so, you know, basically, I don't think people understand that, like we're talking about these interviews where I think he's not really painting that picture as, you know, like it should be, is he basically didn't know nothing. Junior year, completely finished nothing. Now we're in a pandemic, knowing nothing. Okay, I'm steady on the grind, steady making sure we're getting film out, because it's got, what else can we do now? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, everybody's sitting down, everybody's spending time in the house. You go outside, it's like you're catching a plague.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? So
that's basically what it was.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we doing this film thing, and we're just like putting videos together. Boom, let me send it to this coach. Let me send it to that coach. Let me get a no. Let me get this. So we're steady working on, you know, like we're getting, you know, a little conversations from SMU. But at the same token, you know, that's what I'm kind of saying about the whole learning process. A lot of parents think that it's kind of like, oh, it just happens like God.
It comes to them.
Right,
Yeah.
like, oh, you just, you
Yeah.
know, it's like, no, bro, you gotta go, you gotta push.
Yeah.
You gotta be sitting in film. We didn't get this like, we did it absolutely like a rose coming from the
You gotta
concrete.
present yourself.
You gotta present yourself. If you don't have a picture painted, if you don't have video set, if you're not getting a no, it's okay to get a no. It's okay to send it to Tulsa, SMU, get a no. It's okay. Somebody's gonna see it. But if you're just sitting there, just sitting and playing, and don't think about like, hey, I need to, hey, let me send this email to you.
Yep.
Send it video. It don't care. Now, if you opened it, you're gonna comment.
That's on you.
You
And
said
if you don't answer,
didn't,
that's on you.
that's okay.
But I did my job. I did my
Right.
part.
So he had none of them. I had no idea who was looking at Sterling, what was gonna happen. All of a sudden, SMU comes back, then I knew I had maybe one connection that I had there that I knew. It was a coach by the name of KT. He's at Texas now. Well, I think now that Shaka left, he's gone.
Yeah.
But he made it for us. It was just like in the American Conference, we knew that Wichita State was always kind of looking. But
Yeah.
without an
You-
offer, it don't mean nothing. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So once he kind of got through that process, that was the part of where me and him started understanding, like, oh, okay,
This how it
we're running this together. You saying that father son kind of together. Even still, you know, you can get all the NAIs. That's normal kind of recruiting around here. It's very rare you get one that gets to the Division I level and able to get it, and then we still got to prove it on the court.
Right.
We still got to be, you know, mentally ready for everything that's coming at us. So I felt like once he got Player of the Year, first team, so on and so forth, people didn't really understand. People think like, oh, y'all got it made. No, we do not.
No.
Like, bro, we ain't on a scale of 1 to 10. We like 3 on national level on what even being looked at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody may look at us and say that, but it ain't even like, bro, we didn't even get nominated.
It's crazy how, you know, it's like the Wichita or just Kansas in general. It's like it has that little, you know, magnifying glass where it's like it's, you know, you think everybody's paying attention in the big aspect. Well, it's like once you get out of Kansas, that's when you realize it's like you gotta do a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
For
to get
real,
seen,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
real.
that.
Yeah, for real.
That's but I wanted to know during this time, have you had a chance to talk to, you know, your coaches and stuff down in Tulsa? And then I just wanted to know, you know, like how did that relationship, you know, happen for you?
I mean, it started with phone calls like usual. I mean, I've talked to my coaches a lot. I mean, they've told me about the, you know what I'm saying, watch my film, you know what I'm saying something like, okay, I seen this in this game. What happened right here? Just, you know what I'm saying, critiquing my game, putting me on some game, like on some college level things. Like, okay, I see you playing this spot. You know what I'm saying? I like, this is my coaching style. This is how I like to play.
Okay.
So giving me game how I want you to play on when you get down here. And so, like Coach Frank said, basically, bro, you know what I'm saying, that rebounding thing as a guard, I like that. I like that. You can play 2 or 3. I like to play a lot of guards in our, you know what I'm saying, our set. So if you're rebounding guard, I like that. I could put you in a position to go rebound, go score, play defender. If you're a good defender, D that guy up. It's just like we grew, and our relationship has been strong. And it's kind of like it's different because I haven't got to see Coach Frank in person.
Right.
But it's
Just
like I
one
know
time.
him like the back of my hand off phone calls because we didn't talk.
That relationship's established by
Yeah,
now.
like he been calling Coach Coach Johnson's been calling Coach Lane. They've been calling. Now I'm in a group chat with my boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brothers. You know what I'm saying? Finna go down there. We've been texting. We just was texting the other day. Like I'm down there right now.
Just
We
chilling.
texting the other day. Like what y'all doing, man? Y'all chilling? Yeah.
That's dope that you have that relationship kind of already. So it's like, you know, kind of I'm just going in blind. You know what I'm saying? Do you look forward to going down to Tulsa? Because one thing, I'm a big fan of Tulsa, just the city in itself. It has a lot of historic Black culture, you know, for us, for our people down there. You know, they're actually celebrating, acknowledging the 100. That wind is crazy. It's been 100 years since the Tulsa massacre that happened down in Tulsa, the bombings, and it's like I actually look forward to you getting down there because they have a lot of history that you can learn and kind of catch on game on, and it's always good for, you know what I'm saying, for us as Black men, you know what I'm saying, to know our history and know what's going on. But have you been to Tulsa any times?
Yeah.
So how you feel about, you know, getting down there?
I mean, when I visited the campus and everything, I've been to Tulsa. I mean, I like it. The campus is beautiful and everything. You know what I'm saying? They got
Nice campus.
They got to show you their best. So I mean, campus is beautiful. The atmosphere is beautiful. The unofficial visit I went on, I just liked everything about it, and I was just like, I just see myself here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, once I visited it and just looked at everything, I mean, I haven't got the vibe where people's there and everything, like, okay, okay.
Spend a couple of days on and see what,
So the only thing I've got to experience is just the scenery. I haven't got to feel the love and everything. So it's just like, I mean, I'm going in there blind. Yeah, I'm going in there blinded, but I know I'm gonna have support.
The love is real.
Back anyway.
The love is real out there. There's a festival that they have out there every year. It's called the World Culture Music Festival. A few years ago, 2 years ago actually, they had Larry June open up for the festival. And last year they were supposed to have somebody open up, but I can't remember exactly who it was. But the people that do the festival, I told them, I was like, yeah, I said, you got one of our players coming on out there down in Tulsa, you know, y'all gotta take care of them. They're like, oh, he about to be VIP. Like he's good. He's good. We're gonna take good care of him. So they're really excited to have you. They're really excited. But Pop, you went from your son playing at home. You know, that's what the plan was. Well, I don't know if it was the full plan, but committed, and things changed. Some changes had to be made, and then decided to go to Tulsa. How did you, you know, as a parent, have to make that change as far as, okay, you know, he's going to be home, he's going to be here, to he's going to be about 2.5 hours away?
Well, it was pretty close between the two schools anyway. You know what I mean? It was almost a photo finish anyway. Wichita, you know, of course, would have fit better just as far as just him being home. Yeah. And I think, you know, really, you know, when he made the original decision to go to Wichita State, most of it was based upon just like Sterling was actually that guy that looked at it different. It wasn't Duke or, you know, I mean, KU or whatever. He's a Wichita guy that wanted to represent
You had
Wichita.
that pride.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of kids have that. A lot of kids go, well, we got to go. Look, you really just need a shot. And if you can get a shot, Power 6 level, at least on ESPN, at least where it's, you know, hey, you know, some scouts and recruiters are coming, you know, if you're trying to go to the next level, that's really all he really wants. Right. We know our lane. You understand what I'm saying? So when that didn't happen with Marshall and the controversy kind of kicked off, you know, it was like we kind of halfway knew about that, but we were committing to the city. I think Sterling was committing to the city more so just due to the fact it's his city. Right, he felt like if any place in the world I could do this, let's do it here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Did you feel that love when you made that? Because I mean, like, you was talked about online for the longest,
bro. I had this. No, my phone. First of all, my phone died after I committed.
Phone stay dead.
No, bro. I turned my phone on, bro. Bro, you know how it's on silent, bro. Bro, it's like somebody was calling me, bro. Like, I'm like, all right, bro. I didn't turn my phone up again. Like, bro. Like, I felt that love. Like, I embraced it, but it was like, it's so much love. Like, the city in it was just crazy, man. That day was crazy. Like, people from my elementary school, like, young. Bro, I remember when you told me you was going to the league, like, bro, I just committed to college. Like,
that's it.
I really just committed.
But it's something about the thought of Sterling Chapman wearing that Wichita State jersey that was kind of like, it was like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? But stories aren't meant to be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And with the situation that you got put into, I think this kind of it just put that little added a little bit to your story. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's like, yo, it might not be Wichita State, and you know, it might have, you know, been a surprise of what was going on or whatever, but now that you establish, and it's like, you know where you going now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's just like, let me go play ball. And I know that has to be an exciting position to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you know, like came close to winning the state championship, you know, so now it's kind of like you have that chip on your shoulder. You know, you're hungry. I can tell that I was watching a video of you, like, you know, y'all were cutting down the net, and I just like heard you talking and stuff like that, and I'm just like, he want to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just like, there's some players, because we've had players and you know, from the city of Wichita that have done great things, that have won the state championships, but you know, it's like, it's really dope to see that drive in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not everybody has that. You know, not everybody has that killer instinct. But I'm a Heights High School alumni, so I'm not gonna give you too much mess. But I wanted to know, like, Hollywood, you know how we do. But campus ain't usually one of those schools that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you mentioned the East Highs, you mentioned the Southeast, you mentioned the Heights, you know what I'm saying? Campus ain't one of those schools we typically be like, oh yeah, we going out to campus, you know? But you embraced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for a while now, like, campus is going to be, you have to mention your name when you mention that school. So like, what is it about campus that like you grew to love? Because you know that became your home turf.
I mean,
because we don't know nothing about it.
Really, going there, man, it's crazy. Like it's very different. Like you would think. People think when I first came over there, oh, it's not a lot of blacks over there. It's not a lot of are they
I've seen your team. You get
the is it racist how they treat you out there, bro? They embrace you, bro. Like they love you. Like I'm telling you, they love you. They help you. They're willing. You fall down, they're willing to help you up. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I mean, it's just you could feel the love once you get in there. Like it's really hard to explain.
I'm glad you did, because we was a little worried about you for a second when you got out there, big dog. I'm just telling you,
it's
pretty
different.
It's pretty dope school. I like it.
Helping everything, anything you need is help.
It's a nice school,
and it's like it's not just okay, yeah, the basketball player. No, I'm talking about everybody. Like the kids, you think like everybody. Like I'm talking about. I'm the person. When I first came to campus, I'm the person I was shy. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cool, come, stay out the way guy. No, now I'm saying what's up to everybody. Like, the kids, you probably think that's weird, typical weird. No, I'm saying what's up to you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, because it's like, at the end of the day, everybody wants to be that star, you know what I'm saying? But at campus, everybody feels normal, you know what I'm saying? And they embrace you, love you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you need to stay at my house. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's just that culture. Like you got a hand if you fall back. You know what I'm saying? To hold you up. So it's just like when I walked into it, I didn't know what I was coming into.
I bet you did.
I'm glad that I stepped in it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that matters, man. As long as you loved it, because I just know I'm like, yeah, we ain't used to many of our going out there. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the middle of them fields and everything like that. But was basketball always the #1 sport for you?
Yes. I mean, I grew up playing basketball. My pops played basketball, so I was bound to play basketball. But like, I mean, I played different sports. I was very good at football. Stopped playing football.
Good. Cause I played football with your brother. He was playing fullback, so that's what I wondered. I was like, did you ever try and step on throwing helmet?
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I think I was very good. I think the team,
both of them still strong. Oh yeah,
great. What position they have you playing?
Well, literally football. Think about it. It's really running backs. I went from quarterback to running back, but the quarterback was running the ball, so I was running back. But then when I got tall, my main thing was receiver. I love receiver. Like, I love
bossing over everybody.
Yeah, I love receiver. Like, I mean, me and my boy Dalen, yes, that's my guy. He just started back playing football. The crazy part about it, he just started back playing football his junior year and got super offers. And I think it's great. I love my boy and everything. Bro, we was dogs. Like I know people was dogs. Now we was dogs. I don't know. I just had to.
Damn good.
I can't.
It was ugly.
It had
People
to
thought it
come
was
down to it.
the
It had to come down to
transition was
basketball.
crazy. It was like from football to basketball. It's like I don't know about the basketball last. That's what I used to always get. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they were really that good. I mean,
He didn't want me to play football.
They didn't want you.
well,
Because he didn't want me to get hurt. He
definitely.
didn't want me to get hurt. And for
I just don't like
I
this. I
understand
just,
that.
you know what I mean?
So he was
It's
just like, hey, man.
yeah, it's certain things about
Because
it.
it's one thing for me to teach you how to play the game and you be as careful as possible, but then this coach isn't teaching his players how to be safe on this field because it's a gladiator sport.
Yeah.
But you got that gladiator in you on that court. I could see it on you. I've seen enough highlights of you that I'm like, yeah, he got it.
Right.
What was your nickname growing up?
My nickname, for football, basketball,
Anything.
Well, I got a couple nicknames.
What was the nickname around the house? What's the nickname that you might hear still to this day?
It's with him it's stir fry. Who like my brothers, like Steele and them, they call me Bron, cause middle name LeBron James. So they call me.
I want to
Bron.
ask you about that. I definitely want.
So that's my nickname growing up. Well, what I'm known for, Bron. They be like, Bron, what's up? That's what I'm gonna answer to. You know what I'm saying? Now if you call me stir
On the
fry.
birth certificate,
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Hold on, you want me to pull up my birth certificate?
You don't have to.
But
I believe you.
I love doing this. I love doing this. 4-4. I love doing
So, Pop,
this.
how did that happen? What made that decision? You just heard the
I
name
just
and it
like
went?
I really like I was trying to. I always have like LeBron was my guy. I mean that early, I really was my guy. And so when I saw just as a kid, I was like, man, and I don't know. I just felt like it just fit with him. You know what I mean? Like still is like Peyton James. Well, like really off of Gary Payton. So Gary Payton and LeBron James were two of my favorite players.
Gotcha.
So, just I don't know, just kind of felt like still, boom, it was the only piece that I can add because the mom was going to name the first name. So, you know what I mean? So it was like, okay, well, let's put a little splash with it, LeBron James and still, Gary Payton and still, you can look. It's really weird because Still's game is more so like defender, real kind of aggressive, kind of talk to you a little bit.
So you set this in stone before, like it even happened.
I don't know. It just kind of worked out. That it's funny how it mirrors itself.
That'd be funny if he stuck with football with LeBron James name.
I know. I was kind of pushing that after that. I'm like, man, this ain't looking right now.
That said over there, he was gonna play that off the rip. That's funny.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to find it. I got
it's
you.
all good.
It's good. We know
I got a question for you as far as when did that first dunk happen?
What you mean? Like my first dunk ever?
The first dunk that you got off, whether it's the game or not, that you was just like, okay, I'll take credit for this.
I was at Champions Church. Think about this. I dunked on the goal. It's a logo on one side. If you pay attention, it's a goal, and it was the far goal.
It's about 9.5.
Yeah, it's about 9. It's really bent. That's what it is. Yeah, it's really bent. So, me growing up playing with my brother, I don't know why Steele would do this. He always wanted to have a dunk competition, trying to jump over 37 bikes and dunk the ball. I think that's where the training started happening. But when I first dunked, it was at McAdams. I dunked it. I was hyped a little bit. I was like, but then they kept saying that's that little goal though. When I dunked it. So it ain't even a credit for it. But then I went down to the other goal, just kept trying to practice on that goal. But that was my first dunk. At the end of the day, I'm gonna call that my first dunk.
That's a dunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that my first dunk.
That's a dunk.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 9.5 and a quarter. Like it's still a dunk. You can get up there.
So after that, but I was about 6'3" then. But don't get it twisted. At first, I was the kid, I was getting clowned like, hey, bro, you 6'3" and can't dunk. I was like, bro, I don't know what it is. I just can't put it in right now. Like, bro, I don't know what it is, bro. I just can't put it in, but I'm going to keep working. Like,
you getting up there, but it's like that final execution.
Yeah, it's just, because I think it was me trying to, dunkers need to realize this. When you first starting to dunk, don't try to yam that thing, because what you don't know, if you ain't got that bounce like that, and you're not like, if you just don't got the normal thing just to jump and dunk, bro, you gotta actually like take it slow, you know what I'm saying? Dunk soft next time. So then you know what you're doing next time. So now you got experience. So now you can punch that thing.
It's like a walk.
Yeah, it's like a crawl before you walk. And so you gotta dunk it soft and then dunk it hard. That's what I failed to realize. And then finally, my big bro Sean told me, he's like, bro, stop trying to dunk it so hard. When I dunked it soft, went in, I said, okay, I'm gonna dunk it soft now.
Y'all, Sterling just gave me a full advice on how to dunk. I appreciate the advice. Like, I'm gonna go light. I'm never gonna see it. I can tell you that now. Out of you and your siblings, who's the most competitive?
I don't think it's like the most competitive, because my dad built a like competitive spirit in all of us. So it's like, hey man, we be battling, like all his kids, we be talking, like when we get together, we be like, okay, my sister be like, I'm gonna be the first one with the first million. That's the competition. I'm gonna be the first millionaire. No, I'm gonna be the first millionaire. I don't know what you're talking about. No, you're gonna be the first millionaire. No, we just like, it's like a competitive spirit like this. It's neck and neck, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we all competitive, we all gotta grind. It's a different grind, but I think it just comes from our parents.
I got my money on Taylor.
Man, she's a grinder, man. Whatever it takes, that's true. That's true, but yeah, I don't know. She gonna get it, but
You gonna get it first.
yeah, I don't know about her getting it first, or my sister Sydney. No, I don't know about me getting it first. I gotta get it first.
So, how did it feel to accomplish becoming the all-time leader in points for campus? That's something that you'll forever be remembered for. Your name will hang in the gym forever. What's that feeling like?
I feel like, honestly, I ain't got the full like feeling of it, because I'm kind of like just getting out of like still remembering my high school, you know what I'm saying, experience playing basketball. But I mean, thinking about it, like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like, dang, been doing this for 4 years, now it's over. It makes me realize, like, dang, I ain't gonna wake up and I got practice tomorrow for campus no more. It just makes me appreciate everything and all the hard work, all the late nights in that gym, you know what I'm saying, working, especially at that gym. Like, it's been times, okay, freshman year, it was one moment, I scored 31. They said, he's a freshman. That was the best feeling ever at that moment that I will always remember from that school. I want another one like that. So it's just been like, it makes me appreciate the grind that I've had at that gym. What up, big sis? What up, big sis? Who gonna be the first me? Yeah, we good. No, you good?
How you doing?
For all of you that don't know, this is Taylor Chapman, the one that we've been talking about.
You know,
Yeah.
Taylor, you gotta get in the shot. You not in the shot.
Do I am I sitting down?
This is gonna be.
Hello, guys.
So we got a full family affair. Look, we're gonna change up real quick. Look at that.
What up?
We gotta get a photo before this night's over.
We do.
So Taylor, how's it feel to have, little brother killing and doing this thing here?
Well, you know, it's a whole family of stars, so I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
He
at
come
all.
from a strong bloodline,
So what do you think it is about that bloodline of yours that keeps that drive? Because I was telling Pop and I was telling Sterling here, I'm like, yo, all your kids that I know is doing something.
Yeah.
Every last one of them working.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think it is about y'all that you...
Shoot, my grandpa Bishop, that's like the head of the Chapman family, and it just went on down from there. He was he used to jump out of planes in the military. He was a preacher, a boxer, you know what I'm saying? So like, that type of drive was just in us, and we support and push each other. So, it was just how we was raised.
So I asked him, and then I asked your dad, and they kind of gave me an answer, but I'm gonna ask you, who do you think is the most competitive sibling out of all of your siblings?
I don't really think we compete like that. I mean, do we?
He said the exact same answer.
Yeah, we not.
He said y'all compete about who's gonna be the first millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, we be like, we joking like that. But
I got my money on you.
Me?
I got my money on you. He said, I don't know.
Well, he gonna make
you
it
a
to the
hustler.
league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hustle. You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
can make it doing anything.
Yeah, I know. You can make it doing anything. You know what I'm
Police
saying?
don't
You
know
gon'
when
that's
to-
what I said. You
police don't know when to
gonna
kick
be
the door
there.
in.
You know?
You there. Like, you gonna get there. But I'm saying, I'm gonna be there first, though. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta go through college and shit, nigga.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first.
Y'all funny. Y'all funny.
You know?
College is 4 years.
Okay.
So
4
you
years.
got
I mean,
4 years.
you know how long
He's-
4 years is?
So you committing 4 years.
No,
You
I'm
said-
saying, no. College is 4 years.
Right. I think you got about 2 down in Tulsa.
That's what I'm saying. You're not realizing what I'm saying.
This
College
depends
is
on
4
just.
years.
It really
However-
depends on like his
however I
growth
gotta get
process.
to
Whoever
Her
make it
growth
first.
process, and you know, I just push. What I do is, each one of these personalities that I see, I just try to shape. Yeah, I just try to shape and mold. And, Taylor will tell me about something, and I try to break her whatever she's doing business-wise down. How to paint that picture a little better. How to make those colors a little brighter. Sterling, same way. You know, it's like Sterling has always been the one that's been the listener, and then just kind of does and follows instructions. He'll be, you know, his grind is more so doing the workouts, where he'll show that dog in the workout. Phil is more so like the resilient type. Like, I don't want you, like, look, bro, like, this is you trying to kill us out here, bro. Like, you know, I just do it on my own a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Then, then there's sometimes, it's any of them. You know, they're looking at me like, you know, so I just try to paint. I just try to, embrace what they got coming. And then we talk about business-wise, what can help her look the way she needs to look. We have to understand with him, it's like I let him know all the time, it's a process. It's just if you just embrace the process, enjoy. These things will manifest. These things will just pass. You'll just be like you don't have this, like the question you asked him. He ain't got time to enjoy that. That is the time to enjoy that is when you sit back and you're done.
When you get there.
Yeah, when you do, like when it's all the way done.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to enjoy. You can take it in for a second like a picture, but you're just gliding over it. You know what I mean? You're just gliding over these accomplishments. And then you got to keep driving because on the manifest board, on the visual board, we got to see this come true. You see what I'm saying? And you got to believe that. You have to install that in your kids.
Definitely.
And if you don't install that in your kids.
It starts with them.
Right. That's what I'm saying, So I don't know how everybody else parent, but I just look at myself just like one of them. But I just may have a little bit more wisdom. You know what I mean? So
that's the best way to approach it. You don't have to be one of those, double down, hard parents. Sometimes you just have to listen to your kid and then go based off of experience.
And
I think all of that in one though. We ain't gonna get that twisted.
A lot of parents look at
that.
So
if I put up one of them memes on Facebook, like, which daddy did you grow up with?
No, he all that in one, but my dad is one thing he knows is he looks at it from every perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Not so
it's this thing he always been telling me since I was young, that third eye. So you got another eye right here. It's the one that's talking to you.
He didn't nickname me third eye.
It's talking to you. You don't know who talking. Like, you can say something in your head and you ain't talking. That's that third eye talking, you know what I'm saying? So he always tell me, like, he look at everything from every perspective. So, like, say if I'm feeling something, well, I come off with an attitude, but he could come off like, hey man, hold on, who you talking to? But I understand what you're saying, but hold on, but
you gonna respect me, but I respect what you're feeling.
That's what I respect about this man. He understands everything, you know what I'm saying? And he tries to figure out a way, you know what I'm saying, to connect to everything. Like, he got a lot of tasks. That's what I just said. He got a lot of tasks, and it's crazy how he keep up with it, because too many things doing at once. I ain't gonna lie. Hey man, hold on. Let me slow one down.
I feel that.
We may not always understand his methods, but like as we mature and get older, we see like, okay, it was necessary. So now, like, I done got to the age where I don't even question it. It's just like,
say less, done.
Yeah, like, because like when you younger, you don't really want to hear all that or whatever. You're like, dang, why you always ride me? Why you always on me? But now that we older, we seek that, and we just like, now you just tell me, just tell me something, or just rap with me, or he'll just say something real smooth. He real nonchalant. He just like, hey, all you gotta,
he real chill, because he been here like chilling, like he'll give me the answer, and he just like sit back and he's like, I'll let Sterling do all the talking.
Yeah, but the main thing, is I feel like what I like other families or black families to get across, is love your kid, man, to the point where it ain't just so structured. Like we did a lot of things coming up. He know about Black Tulsa too, by the way. That was the
Black
first
Wall
thing.
Street.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. Yeah, you right, thank you. I'm glad you corrected me. So I think that when you're raising kids, man, you have to look at the fact that the journey's not over with once they're 18. Like, we're so willing to cut the limb. I'm like, that ain't never really been the way it was back in the day. Yeah, like, black families was creating generational wealth back in the day. You know what I mean? Working together. Where you going? I mean, hey, build this house next door. You know what I mean? We looking like, hurry up. Man, look here, you grown right now, you gotta go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Go do. He don't know nothing. What do he know? He's 17 years old. You know what I mean? Not that he ain't getting the experience, but that nurturing doesn't stop right at 17. No. It has to go into your 20s, and then that should be passed on. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So
even when he's in his early 20s, he's still gonna be like, he's still my little boy. He's still my boy. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, what you know about the finance? That's why I'm saying, what you know about how transitioning into this manhood? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I'm a little different in that sense. I embrace the kid process. I embrace the family process, and I just feel like at the end of the day, I think everybody has to kind of understand it. I'm not telling nobody to change. I ain't saying I'm better or any of that. I think that's what you see with us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So the process of whether Taylor wants to be an entrepreneur, stay just an entrepreneur, and it's like, hey, at first I was like, oh, now that's if you're gonna do it that way in school wise, but then it's like, boom, she's putting this together, putting that together. So, hey, I got to get with that. Right. You know what I mean? Instead of sitting up here trying to be like, well, nah, you got to go back to school, and it ain't for everybody.
I love it.
She's getting the money.
Right.
She's doing it. She's doing what you send people to go to college for. She's getting the experience right here close in person. Exactly. Why am I going to knock and say you got to do it this way just because they tell us you got to do it that way?
And with this generation, that's not even like logical to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you going for like a specific, like a doctor lawyer, that type of shit.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't
like people racking up all this debt and then they get out and they competing with the same jobs as somebody that didn't go to college.
Still got a student loan. Still got a student loan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. You see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
That's
how you carrying that debt just to go to school?
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So,
and we got so much access to information. You can learn whatever the hell you want to learn on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
YouTube University.
Yeah. Okay.
Get on YouTube. You can solve anything.
Exactly.
Sterling, I gotta ask you because I've read articles, I've heard the introductions, you being introduced and everything, but I still don't know what is your height and weight. Like, what do they have you at now?
I'm 6'5", and I just discovered I was 220.
Woo! How you feel? Have you been playing at 220 or?
I've been playing at I've been playing at 210. I've been playing at 210. Me not realizing. Well,
last pandemic weight.
No, last time I checked my actual weight for real was like sophomore year. You know what I'm saying?
Got
like,
you.
So we've been doing a lot.
That's why I say he been playing at 220. He don't know it.
It's been a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, weightlifting, protein shakes, do this, do that. So it's been a lot of things. But the last time I really paid attention was my sophomore year. So me looking at the scale like last week, like I'm 220.
They kind of take you back for a second.
I'm looking at my not to say anything about fat, but I'm looking at my shirt like looking at myself like, hold on, bro, I'm not like fat. Like, I'm 220 though. Like I was just freshman year like 170, 180.
Nah, them is long gone, big dog.
220?
Yeah.
I'm still playing like I thought I was like okay, I'm heavy or something.
You ain't finna sleep below 200 ever again. Might as well just go ahead and get used to it.
That's over.
But I feel like perfectly fine. Like I don't feel like I'm playing like I'm heavy.
You in a good weight. You in a good weight.
But I'm like,
that's
you're
crazy. 6'5" though, so it's like
it's spread out.
Explain something to you. You're 17 years old. Like I said, Michael Jordan played probably at about 220. 220. No, about 196. 6'7".
And then that then he came back and weighed what, 205, 210?
Right, once he worked out, like, you know, once he kind of got that beat up process, you know, as far as the nicks and everything else. One thing that I'm trying to get him to understand too, your body type, as long as people look at you, they look at your body type, and that's the first thing they acknowledge about you is your body. But what you have to do is understand that when you work out, you have to take that to another level. Like, you got to really turn that into lean muscle. Like, it's not pure right now. You understand what I'm saying? So if it's 220, you know, let's say we running, you finna find that out real soon, about 20 seconds. You go up there and they get you in their system, you know, it'll cut down to maybe like 217. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I say by the time you about 20, that's when you gonna start seeing it. You're gonna be like, oh, it's way different now. Like, you think going up there dunking this on somebody is easy now.
Right. Shoot. Right. It'll get really strong. You still like, yeah. So that's what I'm telling you.
And for all we know, you 6'5" now, you might. Well, who was that? Was it Anthony Davis or Paul George that had a growth spurt in the NBA? Anthony Davis. He went from what, 6'9" to 7"?
Right before, I think it was right before he went to Kentucky, because he came out of there about
overnight.
He started there at 6'2". By the time the season started, he was like 6'7" or 6. Ended out about 6'9". So it's crazy, man. Yeah.
You don't know how that's gonna work. So we're gonna go ahead and, you know, kind of wrap it up a little bit. But Sterling, my question for you is, what do you look forward to most coming up? Because, you know, school's finna come to an end. You know, when are you heading down to Tulsa?
No, I'm heading down there right after graduation. I graduate the 22nd of May.
Congratulations.
I'm supposed to be down there. Thank you. I'm supposed to be down there the 24th. My report date is the 24th of May. So then, you said ending school. Well, now I'm picking school back up right now. I mean, right after that. June 1st is the summer school.
You going right into it.
Yeah, so it's like, it ain't no hop out. It ain't no summer. It's you back here. School.
But you focus.
Yeah, it's focused. Yeah, it's all a grind.
It's only about 6 hours. It's maybe about 60. I mean, he should have about
that much.
10 hours. They have to do that. Their college courses are probably like 128 to graduate, 128 credit hours to graduate. Gotcha. So you have to, you know, for normal whatever, they have to kind of go to summer school to kind of pick up, so they're not so heavy during the season. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean. But
I applaud y'all for, you know, staying on your academics and stuff like that, because you know how, as an athlete, they think it's because, you know, you're an athlete that you just slide through school really ain't nothing. Like, you're a student still at the end of the day.
People fail to realize athletes put themselves through things like say people go home after school and say you're not an athlete, no shot to nobody else, but say you're not an athlete, you could go home and do that homework. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do that.
I'm at the school another 3.5 hours after y'all leave.
Working out, trying to get better. I'm battling my teammates, right? Yep. Battling my teammates. We all putting ourselves through this grind, getting tired. Now we gotta go home and do that homework. Don't say we that tired. Say coach put us through that hard workout that day.
And gotta remember to eat something.
We fall asleep. Say we eat something. Get full. You know you get that
real quick. Get that itis real quick.
That itis. Now we tired. Now we gotta do our homework. Now say if we fall asleep. We behind.
And now you have that perspective, that look of the jock and all that mess.
It's the look of, hey bro, that's easy. You getting passed through because you're a star athlete, or you're bro. We still gotta do work like you, bro.
Still gotta put in the time.
Just because people like me, you know what I'm saying? Just because you think it's a star isn't bro. I still gotta do this work when I go home, and you still doing this work right after school, and I got a couple more hours here.
Sterling is spending the night at his coach's house just to focus and get his work done. Like
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but the one thing I am looking forward to is it's just really playing, battling the world. You know what I'm saying? Higher competition. Like I know I'm battling competition like down here, everywhere I played, AAU circuit, but it's just like now I'm finally at the next stage. Like my high school basketball career elevated. Like I could go play somewhere. I know where I'm going. I could play college ball. That's what my dad told me. Ever since I was like first grade, you know what I'm saying? Make sure when high school comes up, you just want to elevate your game so you can play to the next level. And so when I get to college, the next thing is, hey, you got 4 years, make it count. So your 4th year ain't your last year.
Definitely.
So one thing I'm really just looking for is just playing the competition, competing with them, you know what I'm saying? Just showing the world my dog.
Are you watching the tournament right now?
Definitely. Definitely. Like, hey, that's what I text my teammates, and I ain't even seen these dudes. Text my teammates like, hey bro, all we gotta do is make it to the tournament. I know we're gonna be locked in there. Let's just make it to the tournament. You know what I'm saying? I'm a freshman coming in saying this, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody like, oh, you freshman, shut up. Nah, my teammates like, bro, yeah, I like that energy.
I'd rather have a teammate talk about that, saying, you know, put manifesting that we gonna actually do something, than somebody that's just here to have fun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I text him that last night. I'm telling you, I texted him that last night. Everybody was like, on everything. Yeah, we there. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Y'all, what y'all work on today? You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. And you know, you gotta get that to everybody gonna text. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go, okay, I was in the gym. Look, picture. Yeah, okay.
Talking about Tulsa?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Chat chain game right here.
That's hard. That's hard.
I like that. Right, I didn't even know that. See what I'm saying? But see that those are the things like transferring your game.
That's not feel good as a parent.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was telling them. It's like adjusting the game from high school to college. You know, where a lot of the shots are in the set, and either the set is speeding up. You know what I mean? You're working what type of shots you're gonna shoot in that set versus like campus. You doing everything. You just that superstar. No, you just gotta be that great teammate. You know, nothing. Whatever it's gonna take to get on the floor. Not. Don't worry about like, are you this guy that's gonna do the same thing at campus? No, get on the floor. Have a simple goal. You'll adjust. This is what we do. All this working out and shooting and 1,000 shots here, 1,000.
Practice means something. Yeah, it's like once you get into that, get on that campus and you start, you know, really playing and practicing and stuff. You'll notice you'll be like, your game is going to elevate, you know, day by day.
Because you ain't gonna even come. He's not gonna even like, bro. It's like that's the adjustment I have to make. I don't think he understands. 5 days, probably maybe 5 days, he'll be seeing next year. So now we're going from every day to now it's gonna be like, well, dang, you here during the summer, you basically get 5 days off, basically out of a whole entire year. I mean, so you plan Thanksgiving, Christmas, so on and so forth. So he's always gonna be around basketball.
But he's ready to make those sacrifices.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I said, now, it's what we always have to say. I always tell them, whatever we do, whatever they do, you have your own thing that you have to do for us with, you know, our workout routine and what we do. Combining them two together and putting yourself in the very best position as far as just your workouts and so on and so forth. I said, you'll get the same success as you got right at campus. I said, what it is just most people lose their dog when they go to school. I did. I can tell you, I ain't gonna say I lost it, but I will say what it is I got involved in too many things.
It could take
being
the fun
free
out of it. It could take you know, like, once it becomes that job,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's not just a hobby thing, but see, like, you've been preparing for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a whole different thing when you go out there and it's just like, oh, well, dang, coach is on my head about this. And oh man, like, my teammates is doing this. Why in the world I gotta be here studying, looking at this playbook and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you gotta realize, like, that time that you're putting in, like, that sacrifice is 100% worth it.
Right.
100% worth it. But Pop, what are you looking forward to for your son within the next year with everything that's coming his way?
Well, the main thing, you know, I'm looking forward to him is just him enjoying and embracing the process, but not only just embracing it, understanding step by step. Like, we still got stuff we have to do. By any means necessary, you need to be on that floor. You have, you know, if you look, some of the things that you were talking about, all-time leading scorer, he's also all-time leading rebounder in history. Not even just at the school, you know what I mean? But in the whole the history of the conference.
That's crazy.
So he's 5 points away from being the all-time leading scorer in the history of the conference, but he didn't get it. You know what I mean? He came 5 points short. Steals, all-time leading steals guy in the history of the conference as well as the school now. So what I try to tell him, we've always tried to develop the all-around game. You know what I mean? So Sterling, your first year, they may need you to rebound, play tough defense. So guess what? We're going to turn to Dennis Rodman with it. You know what I mean? I think shot-wise and so on and so forth, he just has to. If you want to
color your hair, dog, just let us know. Like, we'll support you. You know what I mean? Just don't wear no dress and nothing like that. Like, dang.
Well, I mean, I know. Nah, he should know. I ain't gonna even on that. But no, I'm just saying maybe a Dennis Rodman style player, hustler type. You know, grab rebounds, make the assist. His offense will come. You know, his offense will come. I'm not worried about it because he's
a natural scorer.
Yeah, he's a natural scorer. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but that mindset when they give you the plan. And then we have to say, okay, how do we make this plan better? We have an opportunity to see it. Let's embrace it. Let's do our homework. Let's research what we need to do and what type of style we want to be. You know what I mean? Let's look at some of these techniques these dudes use to get better. What was their workouts like? What are they eating? I mean, do we need to be leaner? Do we need to be stronger? I mean, if he's playing the 3, they looking at him as a 3 in college. Well, that means you go out in the 6'7", so you need to be about 220.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Down there.
So you ain't gonna be really, you might deal with some guards, but you'll be a little too strong for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So let's make sure our basketball handles is tight. You know? Yeah. So it's definitely, those are the things I look forward to. They ain't gonna keep us out of the gym. Like I told them, I'm like, I already asked, like, Coach, look. Wherever there's spare time, it's almost like you stripping something from me. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm not going to intervene with nothing that you're doing, but I have to have him. We have to be solid this first year.
Right.
I think once he gets adjusted to this first year, it's just kind of like even when they went to high school, it's kind of like, oh man, y'all going from middle school to high school. It's just that adjustment. Once he gets comfortable with that adjustment, I think he'll take off because Sterling wants to be that guy to say, you don't outwork me. You can't outwork me. You know what I mean? So I think naturally that should help. I wish Wichita State would have had a chance to see that, bro. But it is what it is, bro. But Block Wall Street to see it. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to have a chance to see it on the other side. They got to be ready. Yeah, y'all chose. Sorry. No.
Yeah,
so my last question for you, and I got to be a little petty, dog. I'm just going to be honest with you. Are you allowed in Derby anymore?
You talking about that sweet? What you talking about?
Dog, you went 18 for 18 against Derby?
Man. Nah, man.
If I play for Derby, you're not allowed in that city.
If I go through there, what I'm saying? I'll probably.
You be done, don't you?
Derby get hard. Derby go hard though when they got our child at the football season when they came to a football game in Derby. Almost got kicked out.
Man, Derby's some mess because they always want to show out during the season in football, and then they'll lose the big game, and they'll say, "Well, see us in basketball, and then look what happened. You went and busted their ass, 18 for 18, 18 rebounds. Yeah, child, please, that was a night.
Yeah, I'm inducted to that series, but I just look in and get on. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad. Don't nobody want to be there.
They did that first year I think it was his freshman year, and it was amazing, man, because we was at our home, we had campus. Mm-hmm. So that's the big rivalry game. And it actually is one of his homeboys. So Liddell
actually played on the clip.
Yeah. Walked on the floor with a sign talking about it's only a rivalry if you ever won a game. And so that just, when I saw that, bro, that changed us, bro. That introduced us to hey, you know what? That will not happen again. I was like,
you a
man.
Talker?
Oh, what?
On the court, you a talker?
Definitely, man.
It's just mumble,
but
though.
I had to. What I gotta realize is, especially coming in this year. Okay, the talking is, great, but make sure don't get caught.
The game going too.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the talking because actually you still got people watching refs. They want a clean game. Everything. It could be edgy, but that's the one thing that makes the game fun. Me talking to you crazy, you talking to me crazy, you give me a bucket, all right, I'll make sure.
Like a domino game. Just like a domino game.
I gotta give you a bucket, okay, you trying to make sure. It just, give you that edge.
Yeah.
But sometimes refs don't understand, okay, we know I'm not finna fight you, bro.
Nah.
to get kicked out of the game because this is what we love. So at the end of the day, we gonna battle. But at the end of the day, at the end of the game, okay, it's love, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm crazy.
It's on the court.
All on the court.
I had to realize this year, don't take yourself out of the plate by talking.
Like
you know what I'm saying? My first, I know it was my second game, my first loss since last year. Our first loss. Lost the Andover. Key moment in the game. We down by we not down by that much at first. Down by 3. I hit a 3. Somebody said something behind me before I shot it. This was the first 3. It didn't say nothing. Just turned around and looked at him. Second 3 came up. Shot it. Made it. He said brick. Turned around. Said shut up. Well, the ref right here. Now I get a tag. Well, I already got a couple fouls. Now I done took myself out the game because, hey, bro, you get 3 fouls.
That's a lesson for you.
Campus, bro, you gotta sit out.
Well, they couldn't afford to have you out of that like that.
You know what I'm saying? We can't have you out and foul out. Well, ended up fouling out. So I think that was a turning point because I felt chippy. He said I was gonna miss, so I gotta tell him to shut up. Well, I took myself out of the game because I control my mouth.
Right.
I don't control his mouth.
Right.
So what I had to realize is, okay, do it. But if you're gonna do it, be slick with it, like slick with it, not too obvious, you know what I'm saying, keep it low. But what I tried to channel this year is my talking, you know what I'm saying. After that game, after we lost by 20 because I was out of the game, I was like, nah, I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't be.
And you feel like you let the teammates down, you know, it's more than just you, a personal thing.
Especially that's our first loss back when we was about 20 because I wanted to talk. I was just like, that taught me a big
all lessons learned though. All lessons learned. So look forward to seeing you, man. Look forward to seeing what you're doing down in Tulsa. Man, prayers to you, you know, prayers to your family, everybody, everything that you guys are doing. And I just love the mindset that you have, and I hope the best for you. Hope the best for you, for real. And I appreciate you.
No problem, baby.
I appreciate you for coming and, you know, showing love. And one thing, like, you know, like when we had this discussion, we were on the phone, and like even when I sent the message, you know, to Taylor, I was just like, I really love that, you know what I'm saying? Like when I seen your announcement, Pop was right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that we too often as a black community don't like, you know, speak on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they always try and say like, oh, you know, daddy ain't there in the house and stuff like that. But we never acknowledge the fathers that's actually here. You know what I'm saying? And so I love the fact that you guys as a family are so like together. You know what I'm saying? The love is real. So, you know what I'm saying? I got mad love for the Chapman family. I hope the best for you guys. Taylor, you know I got mad love for you. Keep doing what you're doing. But just do it, man. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Prayers your way. The city's behind you. And we hope you beat WSU by 30. I don't care. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rello. That's R-E-L-L-O. This has been an episode of RELLism. I have Sterling Chapman. I have Taylor Chapman. And I have Les Chapman. We out. Much love.